Oh, hi! Here we are again. Our favorite band has played a second show. I wouldn't have even known about it, but you wonderful people in my comment section keep reminding me about it, and they're like, hey, where's the video? So, since I'm a man of the people, here I am. Rex VIPER has reemerged for the 2022 Too Many Games convention, which to my knowledge is only the second ever live performance of the band Rex VIPER. Now look, we all know that James Rolfe doesn't have enough time. He doesn't have enough time to not have enough time. That's how serious it is. But I don't think that's the reason why we've only seen Rex VIPER play live once. For this band to make any kind of real money, they would have to at least be able to pack a small theater. And in the real world, James Rolfe has a huge following online, but in the real world, Rex VIPER's not pulling 2,000 to 3,000 people to a small theater. So that means that the band would have to start playing small clubs. And small clubs don't pay fuck all, so it wouldn't be worth James's time to pursue that venture. So, of course, you're only really going to see this band at a convention where his core demographic is already going to be anyway. So I think that's the real reason why we've only seen Rex VIPER do 2 shows. I mean, hell, they make more ad revenue from one episode of their podcast than they would if they tried to actually go on tour. But for someone who says that music is such a huge passion of his, you gotta wonder about that, because it's like, well, shouldn't the money not matter that much if you really just love doing this and you're just really only in it to have fun? But anyway, I digress. So speaking of Rex VIPER, if you type Rex VIPER into the search bar on YouTube, the 5th video that comes up is is the video I made about their first live show. So I don't know. I'm not saying that I had anything to do with James or the Screenwave people hiding Rex VIPER, but if I did have anything to do with it, you're welcome. So anyway, let's talk about the show. Overall, it suffered from the same problems as the last show. I got some notes here that I'm reading off of. It was sloppy, off time, sometimes out of key, just garage band quality stuff. We can see this by the awkward beginning of the show.
Rolling Rock!
This is how people with zero experience start a show. They just kind of stand around awkwardly looking at each other. And then you have this.
Can I get more rhythm and bass in the monitor?
Okay, for a band that has this much of a following just from James Rolfe alone, tell me how they didn't have a proper sound check before the show started. That's literally what any legitimate band does. They have a sound check and they get all their levels right hours before the audience actually shows up. Now, it's totally normal for a local band or a small band to say in the middle of the set, hey, I need more vocals in my monitor or whatever. But for a band of their caliber to be talking to the sound guy during the show, it just looks really amateur, which isn't surprising given the band that we're talking about. So the first song is clearly a new song. They have visuals for it and everything, but you can't find the song anywhere. Either James doesn't have the time, or this is just a project that he wants to keep solely as a live thing, which makes the most sense, honestly, because the music videos were really cringy. Mainly because this big purple smear in all of them, and that brings me to my next point. Somebody finally told Justin to stay the fuck off the stage. Thank you, God. Finally, someone got the memo. Stay the fuck off the stage. Nobody is a fan of you, and you are contributing nothing. Dude, just the fact that I don't have to stare at Justin's superfluous ass automatically made this show a lot more tolerable. So the band opens up with some song about Sonic, whatever. The audio quality of the recording of the show was so bad that you couldn't really decipher much of the notes being played. Then they do another song, which is Push It to the Limit from the Scarface soundtrack mixed with some Star Fox song. Again, this is another track with no music video or studio recording that I'm aware of. Thank God. I will give the lead singer credit this time because he seems a lot more confident as a front person than he did in the last video. In fact, the singer is really the only one who's moving around at all. James Rolfe is gazing at his navel for most of the show, and which, I mean, there's no duck walk, so we got to be thankful for that. And the other guys in the band just kind of bob around with minimal energy or passion. But as the lead guitarist puts it,
just some dudes trying their best.
Just some dudes trying their best. Well, at least they've gotten more self-aware. Now let's talk about this lead guitarist again. In my last video, I tore him a new asshole because how he royally fucked up the last show with his awful guitar playing, even though he's shredding in the music video. So it's like, what the hell? You know, what's going on here? I will say he's gotten it together a little bit. It wasn't the train wreck of the first show, but he's still sloppy as hell. And the singer is doing this weird thing now where he's like singing the guitar melody along with the lead guitar player. I don't know if it's to keep him on track, but it sounds awkward and unnecessary. I will give him credit on his finger tapping skills, though. I feel like that's the only thing he grew up practicing as a guitar player. And the singer, though oftentimes he gets winded, he does seem to hit the high notes a lot more often in this round than he did in the last show. So yeah, I mean, at this point, it's no surprise that Rex VIPER is not a very good band. I went into this with way less expectations, and I got pretty much exactly what I thought I would get. They made a big to-do about the keyboard player not being able to play on stage due to some kind of technical issue, but it's going to take a lot more than a keyboard player to ever make this band sound good live. I'd definitely start by finding a new lead guitar player and keeping Justin off the stage. And please save me the whole, they're just doing it for fun, man, like argument that I get in all the other videos I've made about Rex VIPER, because if people are fucking paying money to see you, they better be doing a whole lot more than just having a good time. They need to be putting on a killer show that is polished and tight. And they've yet to do that. So there's my take on the latest Rex VIPER show. And sorry I've been so slow to release new content on my channel recently. My band, Dancing with Ghosts, has been playing a lot of shows that don't suck. So yeah, been really busy with the band. If you want to check out our music, we're on Spotify, we're on SoundCloud, we're on Apple, we're everywhere that you stream music. We're on YouTube. We're on this exact channel that you're watching right now, Dancing with Ghosts. That's the name of the band, Dancing with Ghosts. So until next time, have a good rest of your night. And if we're ever playing in a town near you, feel free to come to our show and make a video just trashing the hell out of our performance. I got it coming to me at this point. Anyway, good night.